Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Schalke career mode. This is episode 4. We'll be playing against Mainz, Frankfurt and Karlsruhe in the Cup. So that should be an interesting one to end the episode with. A trip to the 3rd Division German football team. But we're beginning with Mainz, who in real life are the only team that are below Schalke now. Schalke have won their first match. Matthew Hopper got a hat-trick. They won 4-0. So now they're in 17th of 18 teams. So hopefully we can continue to be above them in this game as well. So we are still playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. I like to play that home and away, even though it's probably a bit more defensive than we should be going. But if I remember correctly, this first half isn't full of quality. Maybe it's because of the weather. The rain not really suited to how I like to play. But you can see I'm scything people down in the rain. What a tackle. But the Mainz do get a chance here. They've had a couple. I had one, I think, in the first half. But overall, not much to shout about. Not worth the entrance fee so far. So hopefully we get 1 or 2 goals in the second half. Schalke are starting to pick it up in real life compared to how they have been doing. They finally ended the 30 matches without a win. They didn't break the record in the end. But I think they should be happy with a 4-0 win. Especially as it looks like they've got a new striker in Matthew Hopper who's starting to get some good reviews. But in FIFA, here we go, cutting inside with Raman, one of the strikers that I use. They've kicked it away, but our left back is pressing really high up the pitch for some reason. Absolutely barges someone out the way, pulls it back, and Mark Uth is there, and it's 1-0. So already more exciting than the first half was, and we're 5 minutes in. And always love to see that celebration, the cheeky smile while posing on the advert board. But Draxler again, he's dominating the ball from deep, he's picking out players at will. Raman gets it again, nearly kills it in the top corner. They're my favourite kind of goals to score for sure. The curl is from there. But Draxler again, Raman again, and this time he doesn't miss. It's in the bottom corner, 2-0. We've scored 2 in 10 minutes now in the second half. And hopefully that's the knockout blow, like Raman's just done the celebration. But we can't get complacent as Matondo, who's been one of our better players, decides to shank a shot miles wide. Matip, who's one that my scouts always recommend, finds Osako, who's another scouted player that I get recommended, and he's shown why. He's had one shot and he scored it. It's a good volley, bounces up in the rain, and all of a sudden it's 2-2. Matip again. They've scored 2 in the same amount of time that I scored my 2. And it's back to level. Not good. When you're 2-0 up, you kind of do expect to win. But we have another chance at the 81st minute. Raman through again, and he's hit the post. Unlucky. If I was Martin Tyler, I'd probably be telling you about the square goalposts. But instead, I'm going to be telling you about the team that we used. So we had Uth up front, playing a bit out of position. Stambouli and Serdar behind Draxler. Raman and Rabbi on the wings. Sané and Kabak at the back, which I think is probably our best partnership, although I do like Nastasic, and Sané is getting a bit older. Karsdorp and Ozipika at the fullbacks, like always. They're always solid players. I like Karsdorp. I think he was a good signing, so hopefully in December we can find some more good players like him available for us to use. But we're going to get straight back into another game. This time we're going to Frankfurt. Well, we're going to Gelsenkirchen because we're the home team, but we're playing against Frankfurt. Same formation, slightly different team. Not wildly different, but Draxler is having a shot here. Gets deflected. Hopefully the first half in this is a little bit better than in the second half. So we've got Pacienza up front instead of Uth. I think Uth's playing left wing instead of Raman, but that's why he's in the team. He's a bit taller than Raman, so I'm not sure he would have been able to get that header. But thankfully, it's 1-0 after 7 minutes, so definitely a better first half for us than in the last match. So Frankfurt have some good players on this game. They have Kostic and Andre Silva, who has just scored the header there. See, this header is a bit ridiculous. He gets so much power on it from barely any backlift. There's no way it could be saved. I think that's more of an AI wanting to score kind of goal than a legit goal. But 20 minutes now and it's 2-1, so this is definitely a much better first half than the last match where nothing happened at all. I think we've had more goals than I could find highlights from that half. And it's not done yet. Just 2 minutes later, Draxler's through and it's 3-1. So, yeah, Draxler is absolutely saving us in a lot of matches, especially his passing. I think he must have at least 10 assists in the 9 or so games we've done so far. Same with Matondo, he's got another assist. And this time Draxler's on the end of a pass and he scores it himself. So we're 4-1 up after 40 minutes. There's surely even I can't lose this match from here. No more of that 2-0 stuff. You can see Frankfurt is set up for a very specific style of play. They've got Kostic, who has really high crossing, and they have Bas Dost up front, who of course is a bit of a monster in the air, although I'm not sure his hair's quite receding as much as it does on FIFA. But again, Mark Uth stolen it from the defender like Ozpika did in the other match. But we can't quite score with him. They just react too slow. Matondo gets the end of it and nearly another goal for him. We get through here, but it's offside, and that's about all there is for this match. So I thought I'd do the little team debrief over the end match of the footage. So you can see that Uth was playing on the wing this time. That was pretty much the only change. We swapped Pacienza in for Rahman, and then just moved Uth out wide because he can play there a bit better. So that's 2 games done, and the video is only 6 minutes in. And you can probably tell it's not as long as the other ones. It's a bit quicker. But we should be happy with the 4 points we've got from the 2 games we've played so far. Like I said at the start, this is a cup game against Karlsruhe SC, but yeah, they're a 3rd division team, so you can't really expect them to put up too much of a fight. So this will be just a shorter highlights match, this one. It'll just be the goals, because I'm beating Bundesliga sides 4-1, so a 3rd division team isn't going to be too difficult. And you can see, although it did take us 22 minutes to score the first goal against these, which I think it was 3-0 at that point, or 3-1 in the last match, so you can see sometimes it can be harder to play against the worst teams maybe. But we've got Ibisevic, who we were playing as a false 9. We had a totally rotated squad as well. I didn't want to play too many of our good players. I think Draxler was playing deep line playmaker instead of attacking mid to give Ibisevic a run out up front. But other than that, it was just a fairly rotated team. We got Taitagwe, I believe you'd call him. He's scoring as well. We've got Bozdogan on the other wing. We've got Matthew Hopp himself making a debut later on in this match. So it's 3-0 after 38 minutes, and that's the first half done, except for one more chance for Rahman, who is just too fast and outside the boots into the corner. 4-0. They might be trying to use the mercy rule at half time if we keep scoring, but I'm not sure. I'm going to give them much mercy when I've got these young players who I want to just develop. Schöpf's got his 2nd goal, and he is going to bow to the crowd. He knows it's won. He knows he's back from injury, which he got in the very first match, if you remember. And that's pretty much the match done. Like I said, we've got Bozdogan playing on the wing here, and Hopper is there. I don't know how you'd say it, if it's Hopper or Hope, maybe. I'm not too sure, but if you know in the comments, feel free to give me an update on that. I would also be quite interested to hear if your team or whoever you support has ever been involved in a cup upset. I know this isn't too big in the scheme of things, it's only 2 divisions, but yeah, if you've ever been beaten by a really low rated team, either in FIFA or in real life, that would be something I'd be very interested in hearing. But that's the end of this video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a shorter one than normal, but thanks for watching, and if you liked it, give it a like, and feel free to subscribe if you want to keep catching up on this series. Thank you, and bye.